Today, I'm going to try to solve one of North Carolina's most heated debates once and for all. Even though North Carolina is located in the southeastern part of the US, it has an abundant skiing and snowboarding community. Mostly due to its many ski towns in the western part of the state, these ski resorts are some of the best to visit in the region. And one specific question continually gets pulled into the conversation no matter what, and that is which ski resort is better between Beech and Sugar Mountain. Now, better can mean a lot of different things to different people, so I'm going over several categories about each mountain and giving the edge to one or the other. And at the end of the video, I'll add up all the edges given to finally declare which mountain is the best. One of the first things to really look at when comparing two ski resorts are their mountain statistics. Beech Mountain is rated as the #1 expert terrain in North Carolina, has the highest skiable summit in the eastern part of North America at 5,506 feet, and provides its riders with 17 runs accessed by 8 different lifts. While Sugar Mountain is rated as the #2 intermediate terrain in North Carolina, has a skiable summit of 5,300 feet, and has a total of 21 trails accessed by 7 lifts. Now, although Sugar doesn't reach as high of an elevation as Beech by a few hundred feet, Sugar has a much higher vertical drop at 1,200 feet, compared to Beech's vertical drop of 830 feet. In fact, Sugar Mountain boasts having the highest vertical drop in the entire state of North Carolina. So you can already see how each of these different ski resorts can lay claim to having the best terrain depending on how you look at it. Taking the analysis a step further, Beech has 30% green trails, 40% blue trails, and 30% black diamond trails. Their longest run is 1 mile in length, and they have 2 park trails. Sugar has 40% green trails, 40% blue trails, 20% black diamond trails, including 2 double black diamond runs. Sugar Mountain's longest run is 2 miles in length, but they don't have any park trails. Some trail maps still show 1 park trail on Laurel Lane, but it's no longer there, and locals say they haven't had it at all in recent years anyway. So the terrain offered at Beech leans more towards a higher percentage of advanced terrain and has park trails, while Sugar has more intermediate terrain with no parks, but does have a few double black diamond runs to test your abilities on. Both of these resorts claim to have 100% snowmaking coverage, with Beech having 95 skiable acres accessed by 4 quads, 2 doubles, and 3 surface lifts, while Sugar has a slightly bigger mountain footprint of 125 acres accessed by 1 high-speed 6-seater, 2 high-speed quads, 1 regular quad, 2 doubles, and 1 surface lift, clearly marking Sugar as the bigger resort and faster lifts, making a day of riding here easier to gain lots of vertical feet. This is one of the hardest categories to declare a winner between Beech and Sugar, because although Sugar has a bigger mountain footprint, faster lifts, and 2 double black diamond trails, Sugar is missing terrain park trails, and all of their terrain seems to funnel back to the same place at the base, creating an opportunity for overcrowding. While Beech has a few park trails, uses their mountain better to avoid congestion, and focuses more on advanced terrain, they still have less vertical drop, slower lifts, and shorter trails overall. So although I love both mountains for different reasons, I have to just barely give the edge for its mountain stats to Sugar, because they have significantly higher vertical drop, and their longest run is twice as long as Beech's longest run. Next thing we're going to look at is how easy is it to get to the mountain. In the mountains of western North Carolina, and really anywhere near ski resorts, you have to consider how the road conditions may be depending on what type of vehicle you have. Even though these 2 resorts are only 20 minutes away from one another, once you visit, you will see the obvious differences. For starters, driving to Sugar Mountain is easy and the roads are usually cleared really well. Compared to the windy mountain roads you need to navigate in order to get to Beech Mountain, I would easily assume you may need a 4-wheel drive vehicle to access the mountain if the weather isn't good. But although Sugar is easier to access, Beech has a much better ski mountain village around its base and summit, which provides you with easy access to restaurants, shops, and bars on site much better than Sugar Mountain does. Beech Mountain has a nice mountain resort feel to it with various different buildings at the mountain itself, while Sugar has the one main building at the base with rentals and some food options, but doesn't give the same resort feeling that Beech has. That being said, Beech can also be a little bit confusing on where to actually go if it's your first time visiting. There are so many different buildings it can be a little confusing figuring out where to go for your first time visitors, but head toward the base of the slopes and you should be fine. All of that to say, if the road conditions are questionable, Sugar Mountain is by far easier to get to, so Sugar gets the edge for getting there. The next category to compare is the mountain prices and passes. Now I've broken down each mountain's prices already in my mountain reviews on my channel, so I'll just highlight the key differences here. Beech offers 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, and night lift tickets, while Sugar offers full day, half day, twilight, and night lift tickets. But one major difference is Beech's 4-hour ticket can be used at any point of the day, while Sugar's half day ticket can only be used in the afternoon from 12:30 to 4:30. Not to mention, Beech is slightly cheaper in every comparable ticket cost. Beech is also on the Cooper Pass that allows you to ski 3 days for free at 50 other resorts as well, while Sugar's Mountain isn't on any other mountain passes, so your only chance to save money at Sugar is to buy a season pass for that specific resort. And don't get me started on Sugar's lack of online ticket purchasing abilities. The first time you visit, you cannot buy a lift ticket online, but instead have to go in person to the ticket booth. After you do this the first time, only then will they let you reserve your ticket a few days in advance. Compared to Beech, you can easily get on their website and purchase your lift ticket for any planned visit and skip that ticket booth line altogether. For the prices and passes, the edge easily goes to Beech Mountain because it's cheaper, more versatile, and easier to purchase. The last category we're going to compare today is arguably one of the most important parts of any ski resort, and that's the mountain vibe. How does it feel visiting and riding at Sugar or Beech? Are the other skiers and snowboarders in a good mood and having a good time? Is the staff helpful and kind? All of these questions come together to give an overall atmosphere of the mountain vibe, which can completely change your visit there. Sugar's vibe seems fine overall, but lately and almost non-stop I continually hear over and over how people's boards and skis are being stolen. I hope this is a short-term problem, but it definitely puts a damper on the mood. And every time I've been to Beech or someone talks about the mountain, it's always in a positive frame of mind. And all the people and staff are super friendly. I'm going to give the edge to Beech Mountain for its awesome mountain vibe. Alright, so Sugar got the edge for its mountain stats and getting there, but Beech got the edge for pricing and passes and the mountain vibe. So with the score technically tied, after really trying to analyze all the different aspects of each mountain, I really can't fault anyone for preferring one over the other, because they're both really solid ski resorts. But ultimately, a choice has to be made, so I'm settling the debate and declaring Beech Mountain as the better ski resort overall. Ultimately, I think Beech is a more well-rounded mountain and has something there for everyone, but let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think I got it wrong? I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you're curious about other resorts in North Carolina, then you've got to watch this next ski resort review.